Welcome all for the next panel discussion on My Waste, My Responsibility. So I am Ekta and I'm founder of Parijay Genus Private Limited and Mool Srishti Foundation. I started my journey in 2016 with a mission every corner needs a plant, and in that gives birth to Mool Parijay Genus Private Limited. And in 2017, I started with Mool Srishti Foundation, and its mission is that connecting environment to employment, how we can generate employment as well as we can live in harmony with nature is our mission. So there are few rules that everybody should keep their speakers on mute. एंड क्यू एंड इन सेक्टर आप जितने भी क्वेश्चन आंसर्स हैं आप चैट बॉक्स में अपने टाइप कर सकते हैं एंड ये सेशन के एंड के लास्ट 10-15 मिनट्स में हम ये क्वेश्चंस लेंगे. So now let me introduce Ms. Preeti Rao. She is a postgraduate in marketing from Bangalore University. She is the founder of driving force behind Soul and Soil Foundation, Bioenzyme Entrepreneurs Academy with 2 decades of work experience. She is a sustainability practitioner and yoga teacher. She holds a black belt in karate and has won a national gold medal for flying and aero modeling. She loves traveling, teaching, and connecting with the people. So it's a wonderful thing. Welcome, Preeti ji. Now I would like to introduce our next panelist, Ms. Samita Kaur. She is a forward thinker operations specialist, bringing 24 years of expertise in human resources and mobilization of people, currently leading Punjab chapter with Warrior Moms. Administrator and founder at We Support Our Farmers, Ludhiana and Book Lovers Club, Chandigarh. Administrator, Punjab Karigar, Ludhiana. And our next panelist is Dr. Suman Moore. She is MTech PhD, National Awardee for Communication in Science and Technology, Professor, Department of Environment Studies, former Chairperson, Department of Environment Studies, Punjab University, Chandigarh. So let's welcome our panelists. And I think without wasting the time, I must start with the first question from Preeti ji. So Preeti ji, as you are working on biodegradable waste, when we talk about waste, we have 2 types of waste. One is biodegradable and another is non-biodegradable. So when we talk about biodegradable waste, we are just ignorant कि ठीक है कोई बात नहीं, ये तो बायोडिग्रेडेबल है, इसको हम कितना भी कचरा फैला सकते हैं, कहीं भी फैला सकते हैं. बट आपने इसको रीयूज किया एंड हाउ इट कैन कंट्रीब्यूट टू आवर वेस्ट मैनेजमेंट, किस तरह से ये हमारे लिए पोल्यूशन फैला सकता है और कैसे हम इस पोल्यूशन फैलाने वाले वेस्ट को कन्वर्ट कर सकते हैं एक इनकम जनरेटिंग सिस्टम में. सो प्लीज वेलकम प्रीति जी.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ekta.
Now stage is yours for next 12 minutes.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ekta, for calling us on this platform. So first of all, I would like to change the concept here. The waste is waste only when we don't use it. It's a resource. And whatever from the kitchen goes out, it is a food what we have eaten. So how can we call it as a waste? You know, how do we use it in a different form is up to us. So now our concept was, you know, when we throw the waste on the road or wherever people throw it, and especially when we tie it up with the plastic, it generates a lot of methane. And the biodegradable one, especially the kitchen one, is I mean, if we feed it to some animal around is also good, but our focus was how do we make use of it? How do we convert it to the more productive product out of it? Can these be change, or you know, the way we are living, can we do that? So that is where we came up with this concept of bioenzyme. So now we started converting these fruit peels and the vegetables peels in the form of enzymes, and these enzymes we use it for cleaning our homes, or fertilizers for the garden, or, so the lot of work has gone into it. It is not just that, you make an enzyme and you're done with it. No, it has deep science behind it. When I call it as a biotechnology, or our enzyme, or microbiology, it's a complete amalgamation of everything. Now, these enzymes, when we start using it, we don't generate the dry waste that comes along with these products when we buy from market. So from the day one, we've been encouraging people to make it at home. You make your own, because these are the waste which every home it gets generated. Now, when we start making at home, हमें अपने घर की चीज बहुत अच्छी लगती है ना, तो वैसा हो जाता है कभी. So you start loving it when you start making your own, and it shifts lot of lifestyle choices. So discovering this, when you see the enzyme, it has changed a lot of things, what we look at, the way we look at into it. Now, when I say, before getting into these enzymes, I'll tell you how it has changed my life and things around us. We used to use 50,000 liters of water per month. And, it's a huge when you see, and I was actually shocked when I saw my bill. We always focus only on money. Acha, itna bill aaya hamare mahine ka, de do. But, we don't focus on the quantity of water we are using. So when we started making these enzymes and started using at home, it was nothing has changed, only these enzymes which has got into our lives. The 50,000 liters of water changed to 14,000. 14,000 water per month. So you can see it is almost 1/4 of the regular consumption. So this is how it has changed me to save the water around us, to save the pollutant around us, and to have eco-friendly or a green home. Now, what does it microbes or what does it bioenzyme do to us or to the environment? See, these are nothing but a good bacteria. Today, when we are using these chemicals or the conventional product which is available in the market, हम लोग अपने चारों तरफ के जो इकोसिस्टम है ना, जो छोटे छोटे माइक्रोब्स हैं, we call it as a living earth. The earth is living not just because of human being and animals. It is contributed largely by these microbes which we don't see. So these microbes are getting killed in whether it is in the air, or it is in the water, or it is in the soil. The moment we start using these toxic chemicals in our lives, somewhere, whenever it drains out from our home, it is killing those systems. It is killing the natural cycle, the carbon cycle, the nitrogen cycle, or, we have so many cycles in our ecosystem. Everything is getting we are just breaking those cycles. And the best, and, including all these cycles, we are also breaking the food cycle, what we have. And how are we breaking the food cycle? Because the moment we use these chemicals, we are actually killing those germs. So all the germs are not bad, but when we use enzymes, we don't kill the good germs. We learn how to manage them. So these germs has its own role in our environment, in our ecology. How do we keep these germs around us? Because today, when you see, we have already seen in last few years, whatever has happened, the lockdown and the kind of, the small virus which has shaken up the entire world, the virus which we don't see. But why it has shaken us up? Because our own protective or a security system is lacking. We have destroyed all those microbial shield around us by using either the air purifier or the pesticides in the crops or the chemicals like, the floor cleaner, the toilet cleaner, the shampoos and the soaps. Everything has actually got together, which has degraded our water system or our soil or the air. Now the entire ecosystem is shaken up and it is a very large task. ये बहुत ही बड़ा काम है इन सारे माइक्रोब्स को दोबारा अपने इकोसिस्टम में लाना और ये तभी हो सकता है जब हम सब एक साथ मिल के एंजाइम्स को अपने जिंदगी में, अपने लाइफ में लाएं, हर एक घर में आए, क्योंकि हर घर जब तक एंजाइम नहीं आएगा हम लोग अपने इकोसिस्टम को रिपेयर नहीं कर पाएंगे। और कोई भी एक छोटा वायरस क्यों हो, अभी तो और भी आने वाले हैं, क्योंकि हमने इतने ज्यादा चीज को अपने इतना ज्यादा हमने अपने लाइफ में ये इम्बैलेंस को हम लोग लेके आए हैं, तो ये कहीं ना कहीं तो हमें तकलीफ देगा ही। कल कोरोना आया है, परसों कुछ और आ जाएगा, so there are a lot of these things because our ecosystem is not okay. We cannot say apna immunity बढ़ा लो. It is not just that human immunity we need to work. If we work on the environment immunity or the ecological immunity, we are saving those animals who cannot talk. We are saving those trees which are giving us oxygen. We are saving those microbes, which is actually playing a major role in our life to live. तो हमें अगर अपने धरती को धरती के जैसा बना के रखना है, तो हमें वो जो हमारा इकोसिस्टम खराब हो गया है उसको वापस लाना बहुत जरूरी है। और हमारा ये जो हम लोग जो भी बोलते हैं ये ग्लोबल वार्मिंग है या लैंडफिल्स के प्रॉब्लम है और लेक गंदे हो रहे हैं, हमारी नदियां गंदी हो रही हैं। So how do we work on all these things? It's as simple as that. Bring back those microbial lives into action. तो हमारे पास जो microbes हैं आज, तो उसमें से 95% microbes are helpful. They're not harmful to us, and it's only 5% which is harmful. And we are just to manage those 5%, we are actually destroying the 95%, the good microbes around us. So we need to bring that balance. We don't have to kill those microbes which is harming. We need to learn to manage them. So how do? We just use these enzymes. We bring these enzymes in our life and we use these enzymes in every aspect of our life. And these enzymes are so powerful, it can clean up any of the house chaos, what we say. Whether it is हमारा फ्लोर गंदा है या टॉयलेट गंदा है या किचन में ऑयल है, ग्रीसी स्लैब है, it can clean everything. It can be, we can make even the shampoo out of it. We can make soap out of it. So, we have a group of entrepreneurs who are making these kinds of products, which can, heal the water system instead of just killing them. So we need to look out. Now, since this group is very small, our enzymes, people who are making products out of enzyme, we need to start encouraging them. We need to start talking about the awareness about the enzymes, how enzymes can help us in healing the entire system, and how do we start using it in our homes. अगर आप नहीं बना सकते हो तो हमारे entrepreneurs पूरे इंडिया में हैं. We have decentralized the entire entrepreneurship through these products. So these products are made locally across India. We are totally into 22 states right now. So we have products in all the 22 states. And locally, you don't have to buy product which travels all the way from, any other city or any other state. We can have the products locally available, but we need to bring back. But you just see how the 50,000 liter has come down to 14,000, and the change was only the way we clean our things around. आज अभी ये साल मेरा 12 साल हो गए हैं, मेरा वॉशिंग मशीन गार्डन में ही है. Outlet, because I don't buy detergent. So this outlet water is so healing. It's all with enzymes. My clothes get cleaned and all the outlet water goes to my garden. So when we put it in the garden, your plants are good. Your plants are happy. Your clothes are happy. Your water you have used less, because just a single rinse with these enzymes is good enough to clean the clothes. So whether it is a clothing or the dishwashing or the shampoo or the soap, you name it, we have the product everywhere in India. So these bioenzymes, it has actually helped a lot. And this is a way anyone can work to heal our system. So I would like to rest here, and Ekta, if I have time, I can talk for 2 days also, but you can just tell me if it is done, I'm done. आप म्यूट पे हो, एकता आप म्यूट पे हो.
Sorry. So one more question for you, that how decentralized system can help in bio-waste management?
See, first we are making these products from the fruit peels. So, you start the way we talk about composting. We talk about, when I say decentralized composting, I'm not even talking about the community composting. I'm talking about every home composting their waste, every home taking responsibility of their waste. So, जब हम लोग अपना खुद का ध्यान रखने लगते हैं ना, तो things doesn't go out of the house. तो इसमें या तो मैं कंपोस्ट बनाऊं या मैं बायोएंजाइम बनाऊं. द बायोएंजाइम कैन बी, द बायोएंजाइम इज जस्ट द अपसाइकल ऑफ द किचन वेस्ट which I'm using it for my other products as another thing. So instead of throwing it, I mean, if you see the kitchen, हमारे किचन में हमारा जो वेस्ट होता है every day, उसमें 60% या 65% waste is only from the kitchen. And if we manage that, other dry can definitely go for recycling.
Yes, definitely. So we must go for the zero waste homes, that how can we reduce the plastic, and how our bio waste can be reutilized at our home only.
Okay.
So thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, Preeti ji. So soon we will be having independent session with you, and abhi time ka short hai, so we have to cover up the topic today. So it's a panel discussion. So definitely we will continue with the independent sessions with all. So let's welcome Samita ji, and she is working with Warrior Moms and representing the Chandigarh chapter. So welcome, Samita ji. So here she will be talking about how this waste is contributing to pollution, and then it is affecting the women health. And we know that women has the responsibility to reproduce and that raise the children, that is our future generations. That how this problem is, this pollution is creating so many hazardous to the women health, and how we should fight for it. Welcome, Samita ji.
Thank you, and good morning to everyone. So I really enjoyed the previous panelists' discussion regarding how we can, tackle waste. So waste is a major problem in most of our households worldwide. Let's not just talk about India alone, because due to when we do not manage our waste, it leads to various kinds of pollutions. So the major thing which even government of India has initiated is the Swachh Bharat Swarvekshan, which has been carrying on since a long time. It started, I think, in 2004. Then as the governments came by, every government has taken it forward. So which is very commendable. The initiative has been very commendable, but how far are we effective in it? And what are the implications we have on our lives? So the major thing when we talk about waste segregation, we never talk about how it is going to affect our lives. So when we do not segregate our waste, the kitchen waste, the plastic waste, the hazardous waste, or even our sanitary waste, when it comes together and it is dumped in at various dump sites or landfills or whatever, it adds to various kinds of chemical reactions, and these chemical reactions are toxic as far as air is concerned. It will go to we will inhale that, and there are cases, there are studies which tell that if a woman who is expecting, her unborn child is going to get affected. There are cases of these what do you say, abortions, because it's affected the child. And the other thing is, when we talk about climate change, at times we do not know what exactly is the threat that is happening to the female population. So climate change hota hai, and uske saath क्या repercussions आती हैं एक women के house में, pollution related. So pollution हम ज्यादातर देखते हैं, बाहर का pollution देख रहे हैं, बहुत कुछ ऐसी चीजें देख रहे हैं, पर क्या घर के अंदर का pollution, have we ever looked towards it? So when there are, like now, there's been a natural calamity in 3 states, Himachal, Punjab, and Haryana. What is going to happen is that the cooking gas is going to be dearer. So the first thing, already it is pretty expensive. It is around 1100 rupees something, and now the women will be compelled to go get firewood. एक तो उनका टाइम कंस्ट्रेंट होगा, उसके बाद जब वो घर में आएंगे, when they will be burning the chulha, they'll be inhaling all the toxins inside. It will affect their lungs. It will affect, because we are talking about the majority of population, which is basically economically weaker sections. So they usually have one room in which सारी family होती है. अगर कोई elderly है, उसको इफेक्ट करेगा, बच्चे हैं छोटे, उनको इफेक्ट करेगा, वुमन को तो करेगा ही करेगा इफेक्ट. एंड अदर थिंग इज, जब ये क्लैमिटीज आती हैं, क्लीन ड्रिंकिंग वाटर, व्हिच इज अनदर वेरी major thing. So from one place to another, a woman has to go get that. And not only that, जब ये हम बात करते हैं कि what exactly is climate change. Climate change is a threat multiplier, meaning it escalates socially, politically, economically, and it affects the girls because they are the vulnerable population. Even the sex trafficking increases, child marriages increases, girls are pulled away from their schools, and they are made to do help in household chores, or they are even made to work in other places. So ये बहुत बड़ा एक injustice होता है. तो इसके लिए बाकी पहले पैनलिस्ट ने, कईयों ने बात की कि डिस्प्लेसमेंट भी होती है, माइग्रेशन भी होती है. अगर हम माइग्रेशन की बात करें, सो मोस्ट ऑफ इट आई विल बेसिकली से इज कि जो डिस्प्लेसमेंट्स होती हैं वो ज्यादातर रूरल पॉपुलेशन की अर्बन एरियाज में आती है, और उसमें सबसे ज्यादा विमेन इफेक्ट होती हैं. जब उनका मेल काउंटर पार्ट अर्बन एरिया में चले जाता है तो उनकी इंक्रीज इन वर्क 12 से 14 घंटे बढ़ जाता है, बिकॉज दे हैव टू डू, घर का भी काम करना है, उन्होंने अपने फार्मलैंड्स का भी काम करना है, और इसमें हमें पता है कि ये अनपेड लेबर होती है. तो विमेन are responsible for over 70% of water related chores and management globally. पानी को इकट्ठा करने के लिए, ये यूएन की स्टडी है. इंडिया में 65% of the agriculture workforce is women. So natural disasters, इनके exploitation के ऊपर बहुत ज्यादा पड़ जाता है, ठीक है, because we know the dowry and other things, so they are made to, and घर पे खाने के लिए जितने लोग कम हो उतना प्रेफर होता है, so जल्दी से जल्दी शादी की जाती है. लिटरेसी लेवल अगर हम इसका proportion देखें worldwide, it is 84% for men and 71% for women. और अगर हम digital divide की बात करें, digitally internet का access, so 57% of the men have an access to internet and 33% on women. So early marriages that we've covered, then violence increases at home. And we also know that during COVID, a lot has happened. And सबसे ज़्यादा जो problematic thing है कि girls are made to drop out from school. Now, this is a very alarming thing. So like Ekta ma'am has already shown on the graphs, and but this year I think it will be more dropouts because of the natural calamity, especially in the northern states, the 3 states. So these things are very worrisome, and as women, like we need to talk more about pollution. We need to talk more about giving justice, as giving our share in speaking out and talking about for the welfare of our children. So we are basically affected by a lot of things. So what I would also like to say is that as in my own experience as an activist, keh lo, hai na? So I believe that patriarchal setup is very difficult for women to get out and be vocal about the impact on climate change and about what impact it is having to their families, because they are singled out when they start talking about these things. कि क्यों अगर वो कहे मेरे से फायरवुड के बारे में बात आती है, and what one can have is give them more facilities. We had that जो गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया की कई स्कीम्स आई हैं, पर आई थिंक टाइम एंड अगेन ये पॉलिसी मैटर्स हैं जो रिवाइज करने चाहिए, कि विमेन फ्रेंडली होनी चाहिए, विमेन बाहर ज्यादा आए, अपनी प्रॉब्लम्स को लेके आए, they need more representation in the parliament, in local legislation, not just as puppets of the men, but to talk about their own problems. So unless we don't have a representation, if we do not come out, so this problem, we are going to be affected. And if a woman is affected with health issues due to pollution, that means that the entire nation is going to be affected. Hanji, Ekta ji, I think I've taken quite some time.
Thank you, Samita ji. Before we will move to our panelist, Dr. Suman Moore, I would like to say, Samita ji, जैसे आपने कहा कि more women representations, yes, if there are issues with the women, then only the women should be there to represent and take the decision in the policy making. Women को policy making में definitely participate करना चाहिए. Otherwise, जो benefits right women की जो problem है और इन pollutions और इन सब की वजह से जो reasons आ रहे हैं बच्चों के लिए, women के लिए, वो डेफिनेटली पॉलिसी मेकिंग में जब तक वुमेन आगे नहीं आएंगे तब तक उनको रिजॉल्व करना डिफिकल्ट ही होगा. तो कहा जाता है ना कि एक पढ़ी लिखी औरत जो है वो सिर्फ एक घर को ही नहीं, दोनों घरों को और जनरेशंस को आगे जो है वो एजुकेटेड बनाती है. सो इसी कहावत को अगर हम सही तरीके से समझें और वुमेन एजुकेशन, वुमेन हेल्थ के ऊपर काम करें, तो हम आने वाली जनरेशंस को एक अच्छा माहौल और अच्छी हेल्दी जनरेशंस में एजुकेटेड healthy citizen and educated, जैसे हम कहते हैं ना कि अच्छा इंसान बनना, अच्छा नागरिक बनना जरूरी है, उसके ऊपर हम काम कर सकते हैं. Thank you, Samita ji. I have shared the links, all the links for warrior moms in the chat box. So anybody who would like to connect with this mission, so please connect with them on their social media links. Thank you. So now we move to our next panelist, Dr. Suman Moore. So I have already introduced, and she is expert in wastewater. Sorry, not the wastewater. It's she is on waste management expert. She is at Punjab University, Chandigarh. So welcome, Dr. Suman Moore. तो आपसे हम बात करेंगे कि अभी तो प्रॉब्लम्स के बारे में हमने डिस्कस किया, प्रीति जी ने हमें बायो वेस्ट के बारे में बताया एंड समिता जी ने डिस्कस किया कि किस तरह से जो वेस्ट है वो पॉल्यूशन पे पॉल्यूशन करता है, ठीक है। एंड कैसे अब हम जानते तो हैं कि ये पोल्यूशन होता है, लेकिन उस वेस्ट को हम मैनेज कैसे करें, क्या टेक्निक्स हो सकती हैं और कौन सी ऐसी एजेंसीज हैं जिनसे हम कांटेक्ट करें, हमें गाइडेंस मिले और सपोर्ट मिले कि ताकि इस वेस्ट को सही तरीके से मैनेज किया जा सके, डंपिंग ग्राउंड्स की बजाय जीरो वेस्ट होम, जीरो वेस्ट बिल्डिंग, जीरो वेस्ट इंस्टीट्यूट्स पे काम किया जा सके। सो
Thank you, Ekta ji, for giving me this opportunity, and I must congratulate Parijay. You know, it's really nowadays waste management is a very critical issue, and you have taken up this topic very nicely. And my previous speaker, Preeti ji and Samita ji, has already set a base for me to speak further. Nowadays, we all know that we have solid waste management rule 2016 in place, and their duty of a waste generator is very much specified. Duties of various stakeholder is very much specified. But thing is that how much of us actually know about it, that is one thing. And if we talk about women are important stakeholder in waste management, because it is known that women are normally engaged in all the domestic activity and one of the important waste generator as well as a important waste manager. So when we talk about generator, we should know our rules and responsibility, that why we need to segregate our waste. As Preeti ji mentioned कि अगर source segregation हमने waste का किया है, we have segregated dry waste and the wet waste separately, we will be able to make use of the enzyme. We can convert that organic fraction into compost, and that can be utilized in our day-to-day activity of gardening, etc. So no waste is going to reach to the landfill. It is going to convert into an important resource. So here it is a very good example of waste into a resource. First thing is that. Second thing is that if this waste, organic waste, it reached to the dumping site. Normally we say that the cities are having sanitary landfill site which have bottom liner, top liner, gas collection system, but very few cities are actually having sanitary landfill. Most of the landfills, they are simply dumping site. Whatever waste reach there, it is degrading, releasing into various gases, greenhouse gases, mainly carbon dioxide and methane, ultimately contributing to the climate change. And climate change also have a very impact on the women, as mentioned by Samita ji very well. And yes, the leachate which is going to release from the landfill due to the degradation of the waste, it is going to pollute our groundwater sources and our surface water sources. So it is contaminating our water bodies and our soil. So it is affecting our health when we are going to consume such kind of the polluted water. So we need to try that no waste should reach to the landfill. More specifically, no organic waste should reach to the landfill, otherwise it is going to contaminate. But most of time we see someone is going to burn the waste, or if waste catch fire because methane is generating at the landfill site, what should we do? In our city, like MC is taking care for the waste management as per the guidelines, as per the SWM rules, and pollution control bodies or the pollution control committee of a particular city, they take care that these rules are compliance of these rules is to be taken care by the concerned pollution control board or the concerned pollution control committees. So we can approach nowadays, like for example in Chandigarh agar main baat karti hu, so we have app also, Swachhta app, अगर कुछ एरियाज में अगर आपको कोई पर्टिकुलर प्रॉब्लम है, यू कैन सिंपली click on and lodge your complaint and they will MC is supposed to respond quickly. उसके अलावा एक चीज और जो मैं बात करती हूँ, वेस्ट मैनेजमेंट सेक्टर इज सच अ सेक्टर जिसपे वी कैन नॉट रिलाई entirely on the government, entirely on the policy makers. We all as a stakeholder should come forward. Women, NGOs, our community, our RWA, all should join hand, because women they can sensitize, they can, you know, they are generating waste. So if they are given skill, if they are trained, and if they are given voice at a particular platform, and if they are included in the policy making, because they understand the problem, they know how much quantity of waste is produced and how we can manage, how our waste which we are generating can be recycled. So recycling program में अगर हम women को और ज़्यादा engage करें, उनके लिए एक safe market भी develop करें, क्योंकि we know waste sector जो है women के लिए बहुत ज़्यादा safe नहीं माना जाता रहा, वहाँ पर भी हमें उनको एक थोड़ा सा हम safe environment provide करें, and all women warrior they should come forward, and I'm very happy to see all women representation at this platform, and I must congratulate each one of you for taking up this initiative and joining hand for such a good cause. तो यहाँ पर थोड़ा सा अगर हम अपना वुमेन के लिए एक प्रॉपर हम कुछ ऐसे प्रोजेक्ट डेवलप करें विच आर बीइंग लेड बाय द वुमेन, स्पेशल ग्रांट्स, मैं यहाँ पर जेंडर बायसनेस की बात नहीं करना चाहती, बट कहीं ना कहीं वुमेन का रोल वेस्ट सेक्टर में बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है, वो हमारे पॉलिसी मेकर को समझना चाहिए, क्योंकि अगर वो अपने एंड पे वेस्ट को सेग्रीगेट नहीं करेंगे तो आपका सोर्स सेग्रीगेशन पूरा मिशन ही फेल है। तो उनको आप ट्रेनिंग भी दीजिए, उनको आप स्किल भी दीजिए, उनको मोटिवेशन दीजिए, उनको प्लेटफॉर्म प्रोवाइड करिए जहां पर they can join hand, they can raise their voice and their voice can be heard. And another important thing जो एक चीज और मुझे लगती है, आजकल जब जीरो वेस्ट सोसाइटी की हम बात कर रहे हैं, प्रीति जी ने मेंशन किया बायो एंजाइम, आजकल बहुत इसका इस वक्त बहुत ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट रोल है, वी शुड मेक यूज ऑफ इट। जो रिसाइकलेबल मटेरियल है उसके लिए भी हम मार्केट, लोकल मार्केट डेवलप करें, छोटे छोटे हैंडीक्राफ्ट्स टाइप की आइटम्स हम कर सकते हैं अपने ही, क्योंकि हर एरिया स्पेसिफिक होगा। इट शुड नॉट बी लाइक दैट कि चंडीगढ़ में हम एक टाइप का मॉडल डेवलप करें, वही मॉडल हम मुंबई में या राजस्थान में डेवलप कर सकते हैं। ज्योग्राफिक लोकेशन को ध्यान में रखते हुए, लोकल नीड को ध्यान में रखते हुए अगर हम इस टाइप के ग्रुप्स बनाएं, सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप बनाएं जिसमें सब स्टेक होल्डर्स ज्वाइन करें, एक दूसरे को सपोर्ट करें, तो सर्टेनली वी कैन अचीव zero waste society. And this is the need of the hour, because waste management sector is a very very important contributor to the climate change, क्योंकि जो gases generate हो रही हैं, greenhouse gases from the dumping site, from the landfill, their generation has to be stopped, and that can be stopped only if we segregate waste at source, convert all the organic waste into compost or the biogas, and recyclable should go to the recyclable units. So this is how we can achieve this, and it is doable. Our expert has previously discussed that how they are working. So it's high time that we should join hand, and I think I have taken my time, and if like we can speak hours and hours, but we understand we should respect the time. If there is any question, I will be happy to answer. Thank you.
थैंक यू सुमन जी। सबसे पहले मैं ही आपसे पूछना चाहूंगी कि हम लोग जब पॉलिसी ट्रेनिंग्स की बात करते हैं, यस डेफिनेटली, सो देयर मस्ट बी द प्रॉपर स्ट्रक्चर, क्योंकि अभी तक हम जो देख रहे हैं कि जो वेस्ट मैनेजमेंट सेक्टर है, इट इज एन अनऑर्गेनाइज्ड सेक्टर, but now we need some organized sector where the training to implementation should be there. So as you are an expert, Preeti ji is working on the bioenzyme, and सबसे important चीज ये रहती है कि everybody think about the ROI, return on investment. That means if we are spending some time, so what should be the return? तो यहाँ पर सबसे पहला पॉइंट मैं बोलना चाहूंगी कि घर जाकर बाहर पैसे कमाना या कोई काम करके पैसे कमाना ही इम्पोर्टेंट नहीं होता है। जो हमारे पास रिसोर्सेज हैं उनको एफिशिएंटली यूज करना, वो भी एक अर्निंग है। सो अगर हम जो अपना कूड़ा हम बाहर फेंक रहे हैं, प्रीति जी इतना कर रही हैं, सो प्रीति जी पे वापस आएंगे इस प्रोजेक्ट के लिए कि किस तरह से बायोएंजाइम्स एंड कंपोस्टिंग कैन हेल्प इन अर्निंग आल्सो। सो घर बैठे महिलाएं जो है वो किस तरह से वेस्ट के थ्रू ही अर्निंग पर भी काम कर सकती हैं। सो एज यू आर इनटू ऑफिशियली आप यूनिवर्सिटी में काम कर रही हैं, तो क्या यूनिवर्सिटी की तरफ से या गवर्नमेंट को हम अपील कर सकते हैं कि प्रॉपर ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम्स प्रॉपर ऑर्गेनाइज्ड स्ट्रक्चर में लेमैन के लिए, जो गांवों में और यहाँ पर महिलाएं हैं उनके लिए इस तरह से ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम्स डिजाइन किए जाएं जिनको वो समझ पाए और जिस तरह से वेस्ट मैनेजमेंट पर काम हो पाए।
देखिए, बहुत हमारा सॉलिड वेस्ट मैनेजमेंट रूल की हम बात करते हैं, वहाँ बड़ा स्पेसिफाइड है कि जो कंसर्न अथॉरिटी है, दे शुड प्रोवाइड ट्रेनिंग टू ऑल द स्टेक होल्डर फॉर वेस्ट मैनेजमेंट, एंड देयर आर प्रोविजन इफ वी विल राइट टू द पोल्यूशन कंट्रोल बोर्ड एंड द एमसीज. I'm very much sure they can take up this kind of thing, and they should actually take up such kind of the training program.
Okay.
Yes, we can such kind of the initiative.
ओके, सो कोई इंडिविजुअल या कोई एनजीओज अगर इस काम में आगे आना चाहते हैं एंड वो जीरो वेस्ट मैनेजमेंट पर और ट्रेनिंग्स में कॉर्पोरेशन के साथ या अथॉरिटीज जो ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम्स, गवर्नमेंट अथॉरिटीज जो ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम्स प्रोवाइड करती हैं उनके साथ कोलैबोरेट करके ऐसे ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम्स अगर अरेंज करना चाहें तो क्या वो पॉसिबिलिटीज रहती हैं?
यस, पॉसिबिलिटी रहती है, क्योंकि मैंने आपको कहा कि एक मैंडेट है कि इन सबको ये इस टाइप का प्लेटफॉर्म प्रोवाइड करना है जहां पर आरडब्ल्यूए, एनजीओस, इन सबको एक कॉमन प्लेटफॉर्म दे एंड फंड्स भी दे। तो अगेन फाइनेंशियल इनका क्या वो है, क्योंकि इट वेरीज फ्रॉम सिटी टू सिटी. And if you will approach to your concerned MC and the Pollution Control Authority, I know Punjab and Haryana Pollution Control Board, MS, they are very keen that to organize such kind of program. Even I have organized previously a certain program, but they were for the officials of the Pollution Control Board only, not for the women. But yes, we can think about it.
जी बिल्कुल। सो हमारे ऑडियंस में बहुत सारे लोग हैं जो इस पे काम करना चाहते हैं एंड काफ़ी सारी एनजीओ के रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स भी जुड़े हुए हैं। सो आई थिंक हम सब एक कॉमन कंसोर्शियम पे काम कर सकते हैं जहाँ पर हर घर में वेस्ट मैनेजमेंट एंड पोल्यूशन को कैसे कंट्रोल करना है और हेल्थ के ऊपर जो है वो बात की जा सके। सो थैंक यू सुमन जी, थैंक यू फॉर योर टाइम। नाउ वी विल गेट बैक टू प्रीति जी। सो प्रीति जी, आई थिंक आप तो ऑलरेडी ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम्स भी कर रहे हैं बायो एंजाइम एंड कंपोस्टिंग के ऊपर। सो मैं आपका एक्सपीरियंस एंड किस तरह से लोगों का, जब आप ट्रेनिंग्स के लिए जाते हैं तो वहां पर एक्सेप्टेंस कैसी रहती है जिनके साथ आप ये ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम्स करते हैं, और ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम्स ऑर्गेनाइज करने में आपको क्या चैलेंजेस आते हैं, लोगों से क्या रेजिस्टेंस या पॉजिटिविटी आती है? सो लेट्स शेयर दोज चैलेंजेस विद अस so that अगर कोई और इसमें आना चाहता है so they also get ready for that.
हाँ, तो चैलेंजेस अपने में है, लेकिन उससे हम लोग डिमोटिवेट हो जाएं वो भी नहीं होता है। और आज तक जो हमने किए हैं प्रोग्राम, उसमें शुरू में तो आई एम डूइंग इट सिंस लास्ट 12 years नाउ, तो शुरू में हमारा कन्वर्जन रेट जस्ट 3 or 4% होता था। वेरी फ्यू पीपल वुड एक्चुअली गेट इनटू मेकिंग इट, और नहीं करना होता है ना तो बहुत सारे एक्सक्यूजेस होते हैं, मेरे पास टाइम नहीं है, मेरे पास ये नहीं है, वो नहीं, मतलब 1000 तरह से बदबू आता है, टाइम नहीं है, इट इज मेसी वर्क। बट actually if you learn it properly, neither composting nor making enzyme is a messy work. It's a beautiful feeling, and it's basically working with the life around, so you know it cannot be messy. So it is only the perspective what we need to change, and we have seen changes, and I believe in making the ground root, it has to change at the grassroots level. So बिकॉज ऊपर से पैच वर्क कर दो ना, किसी को जबरदस्ती नहीं आपको करना ही है, तब वो कभी भी चेंज नहीं होएगा, सोसाइटी विल नॉट चेंज. सो इट हैज टेकन लॉट ऑफ टाइम फॉर पीपल टू थिंक in an alternative way and to understand the importance why we need to bring this in our life. It is not just for us, it is for everybody around us, and silently we are working. You know, even if you pour 1 liter of enzyme in your drainage, you're cleaning 1,000 liter of sewage water. So I don't have to beat my trumpet, maine aaj 1,000 liter sewage water saaf kiya hai. I can just keep doing my work. You know, sitting at home, it is basically the impact what one can create around. It is not वो impact या तो noise से हो या अपने काम से हो. That is a personal choice, but yeah, this is definitely possible. Suppose I'll tell you a project what we did on decentralized composting. So it was when I say decentralized composting, मैंने पहले भी बोला कि it is not about the community composting. It's about every house taking the responsibility of their own waste. So this was the focus. So where we started this, talking to people, it's an apartment. So, going to every flat, teaching them how to do it and what to do it. We had to keep a, deadline, I can say. The 5th of June is an environment day, and from 5th of June, none of the wet waste will be collected from your homes. So it was a difficult task because it is not easily acceptable. But I'll tell you the journey, it was beautiful, where people used to keep calling, "Arey, koi aaya nahi, aaj waste pickup nahi hua." These are the very common thing, it is stinking in my house. Bahut sare flies hai, ganda hai, please arrange karo, leke jao type. And then when we started, you have to do the composting. There is no other go. There is nobody who's going to come and collect the waste in your house. And first thing what we did is to provide them the equipment where to every house. और excuses हजारों आते हैं, चाहे वो मेरे पास जगह नहीं है, इसमें से बदबू आता है, I cannot do it, my lady, my helper will not do it, and all those excuses. But when और हमारे पास garden नहीं है, तो I say first to start composting it. We will take your waste for the common area. We will put it in our own garden. Start making first, and then we'll see how to use those compost. So that was the starting journey. And believe me, after 3 months, when they got a real good compost from their pit, nobody is ready to share their compost. And every house started growing some or the other thing. किसी के घर में पुदीना उग रहा है, किसी के घर में धनिया पत्ता उग रहा है, किसी के घर में, some of the other thing has changed the way they lived, the way they thought about the waste. Somebody is actually collecting their compost so that they can use it in their farm. So people started using it. जो non-vegetarians जो खा रहे थे, तो उनका भी कंपोस्ट करवा दिया हमने, तो उनको भी कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. तो जो कचरा देने के लिए people who are cribbing, लेके जाओ, now they are not ready to give me the compost also. So that was the change what I wanted to see in society. That was so beautiful. And people who have left that community and gone wherever they have gone, they are promoting composting. The individual house, take charge of your waste. That is least what we can do. So take charge. That is and because the moment waste goes out of my door, it is not mine. And this is a very common attitude we have. So we had some people from different countries in the community. So those people, we used the Google Translator, so use their language, Mandarin to English, English to Mandarin, and just to make them understand there is no excuse. We are available at whatever time you want us to come and teach you, but there is no excuse. I will not do the composting. It is your waste, you have to do it. So initially it was a lot of resistance came through, but gradually it has become a part of living in this community. Nobody cribs about it. They're all happy. They're all making compost, and whether they generate 5 kgs of waste every day or they generate 100 grams of waste every day, it is your responsibility. You manage it, and it is happening. It's been 5 years now. It's going good. So that's the kind of thing I'm looking at, the decentralized, because this helped us so much during COVID. COVID ke samay, I mean, nobody was, when people were not coming to collect the waste, and other communities where they were having this community composting, the volunteer who taught them in the waste management, पूरा waste उनके सिर पे आ गया. अभी वो gloves पहन के और वो gumboot पहन के, they're all managing everybody's waste, they're collecting waste from others' home and all that. But when they start taking charge of your own waste, you don't depend on anyone else. You manage your waste, you make your own compost. Whether you give it or you use it is up to you, but start taking the charge. And that is a change. I have seen it in the last 5 years. And that has to be, I think we need to promote this kind of changes and this kind of behavioral changes, I can say. The waste is not the waste.
Waste is wealth.
The way we look into it, yeah.
Yeah, that's what my waste, my responsibility is. So before I call Samita ji, I would like to introduce WICCI, which is a Women Indian Chamber of Commerce and Industry. It is completely women-led organization and has a number of councils on different fields. So Preeti ji is national president for WICCI Bioenzyme Council. And Mansi ji, in the previous session, she is national president of Water Resource Council. So anybody who would like to join us, any woman who would like to work with us on the environment, water, air, water, and soil, so please contact us to join WICCI councils. So now I would like to invite, thank you Preeti ji for the wonderful insights, and definitely within next 2-3 months, we will be planning the individual session with you regarding the bioenzymes, where you can teach us that how to prepare the bioenzyme and how it can be used for the various cleaning process. So thank you so much.
Sure.
So Samita ji, I would like to ask you, can you please introduce Warrior Moms so that more women can connect with this mission?
So Warrior Moms is basically a women's collective which came up during the lockdown. So most of them were working on, they were worried about the children's health. It started off in Delhi and in various metro cities. Regarding, they're also called as Mothers for Clean Air. So basically their aim is that our children have every right to clean air because this is what we are lacking here today. So because if we don't have a healthy child with healthy lungs, it's not just going to affect our children, it's affecting everybody else's child. So it's a voice for every woman which can join us as because we are a collective right now. We have not been registered as yet, so we function in such a manner. So one of our founders, that is Bavreen Khandari, she has been an activist since past 20 years. We have Anuja from Maharashtra, and there is Hema Chari. So they're all over India, pan-India. And in Punjab, our chapter, Chandigarh, Punjab, is anybody who wants to join can join, and pick up issues. Basically, everybody is a leader here. You pick up your own issue and talk about it. And like ma'am said, Suman ma'am said, there's an app in Chandigarh. There are various apps provided by Indian government and by the state governments. So when you want the policies to be changed, you need to just put in your complaint over there. So most people are scared of putting on the complaint. These apps only enable our administrators, our governments to act on the number of complaints that have come. So that only is going to change the policy matter that so many people have used the app. This is the data. How are they going to collect the data? They are going to collect the data only if we enable them. So somewhere or the other, we are also lacking when we don't, act on such issues. If your city is not working, talk to PPCB. I mean, that is for Punjab. Talk to PPCB. Talk to Swachh Bharat head over there, PMIDC. That is for Punjab. And these are the places where you need to speak to them, and they will listen to you. And all you need to do is just follow up, and that is the way we can go further.
Yeah. Thank you, Samita ji. So, as we thank you to all the speakers for the wonderful insights and their knowledge sharing, and definitely a lot of work is going on. So, as a जैसे मानसी जी ने बात की कि हमारी जनरेशन ने जो डेवलपमेंट की है उसको कैसे रीडेवलपमेंट में उसको रिवर्स करना है एंड हमने अपनी फ्यूचर जनरेशंस को कैसे बताना है. सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल मैं आप कुछ और बोलूं इससे पहले मैं जानना चाहूंगी कि हमारे जो ऑडियंस है उनमें से किसी का भी कोई क्वेश्चन है, सो प्लीज गो अहेड, टाइप द क्वेश्चंस इन द चैट बॉक्स, सो आई विल रीड आउट फॉर द पैनलिस्ट फॉर यू. सो एनी क्वेश्चंस? Any questions from anybody? So yes, every time we are talking about that the local models, because geography and ecological system is different. So only the local model can work at every place. So we have to understand the geography and the requirement of the people. According to that, any development models should be developed so that that can work in that geography, and also support in the income as well as the better livelihood for the local people from there. So as we are then I guess support the local. So अगर हम local businesses और local support system पर according to their infrastructure हम बात करेंगे, उसी infrastructure में रहकर उसके development की बात करेंगे तो वो ecologic balance में काम कर पाएगा. अदरवाइज जो अभी तक हम लोग जितनी डिस्ट्रक्शन कर चुके हैं, वी हैव टू थिंक अबाउट इट कि हमें कहाँ जाना है, हमने डिस्ट्रक्शन की तरफ जाना है या हमने ग्रीनर वर्ल्ड की तरफ जाना है जहां पर एक हेल्थ है, ऑक्सीजन मास्क चाहिए या खुली हवा चाहिए, नदी से पानी पीना है, या हमें जो कंपनीज हैं जो पानी दे रही हैं, वी नो वेरी वेल, पहले फिल्टर्स आए थे जो ये कह रहे थे कि नहीं जी पोल्यूटेड वाटर है तो आपको ये चाहिए. नाउ दे आर बैक कि नहीं जी जो फिल्टर्ड वाटर है उसमें सारे मिनरल्स खत्म हो चुके हैं तो आप इसमें ये वाला फिल्टर लगाइए, अब इसमें मिनरल्स ऐड होंगे. सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल पहले तो हम खराब कर रहे हैं एंड देन फिर उसी की मार्केटिंग कर रहे हैं. सो वी हैव टू वर्क ऑन दिस कि हमें क्या चाहिए. फ्रेश एयर, वाटर एंड सॉइल इज आवर मोटो. So anything our panelists would like to add, so please, we have another 3-4 minutes. So any concluding remarks from our panelists or any questions from the audience, so please welcome. Preeti ji, Samita ji and Dr. Suman, any concluding remarks, any message for the audience?
Yeah, it's basically, I would like to say, explore the world, don't just see what has been shown, see beyond. There are a lot of things beyond it. And we definitely like to work around with the new crowd, the new generation, where they learn how we can have our own, if you're looking into the entrepreneurship, how do we make use of these opportunity what we have today in entrepreneurship, using something for earth and for our daily use. And or if someone wants to explore the science behind this, we are ready to do. We are collaborating with many universities to carry on the research in this line. And we have a couple of PhDs now who have done it through our academy. So definitely it's a very good area to explore. So look into it and get back to us if you need anything from us. We are there.
Thank you, Preeti.
Thank you.
So I just also want to add that waste is an important resource. So we should understand it, and it's up to us how we are getting wealth from waste. because this is a waste we are generating. So it is our responsibility how we are going to manage it, and we have to understand it. Only then we will be able to contribute to address this issue. Otherwise, over the period of time, we are going to have number of environmental related issues if we are going to manage waste in a proper manner. That's all from my side.
I would just like to end it by saying that question whatever is happening, question in your mind, question if you otherwise want to question others. You will start looking for answers, and you will understand that how naturally, as you go back in history, you will understand how to sustain yourself. So just keep on questioning. Answers will fall in place. The dots will join. Even if we are not a scientist, we're just an ordinary person on this earth, we will get our answers.
Yeah. So there is a beautiful insight from Sunita Kumari ji. उन्होंने बोला है कि one of the solution is to promote or make available the alternate of single-use plastic and short-term trainings on compost, bioenzyme making at institute levels. We can introduce these as skill-based startups also. Yes, Preeti ji, I think you can guide them for the compost and bioenzyme because you are already created the system on the entrepreneur level as an institute, your Bioenzyme Academy. Please, can you introduce? We have 1 minute to introduce the Bioenzyme Academy.
Lovely. So Bioenzyme Entrepreneur Academy is working towards decentralizing the production of the products. If it talks about the entrepreneurship, so we are here who help people people get excited with the enzymes and its uses so much, but then, when you start making it, you need to make it, if you want to be an entrepreneur, we are here to help you with the product testing, how the product will be ready for the market at acceptable rate. So we are here to help you with the branding, with the testing, with the registration of your organization. So we do all of this, even setting up the consistency, the benchmark for the product. So these product has to be locally available for everybody. We cannot make a big industry like any of those what is available right now, but we have a manpower with us, we have human power with us. We can definitely would like to grow together. So we are here to guide you through that. So you can join our academy through our website, beacademy.in. Start with the individual membership, and as you grow into little entrepreneurship kind of thing, then you can take up the commercial membership. So Bioenzyme Entrepreneur Academy is the network of all the people who are making enzymes in not just in India, even at the global level. So we are connected with people who are doing the projects, we are doing the projects. So we are treating landfills, we are restoring the lakes where it starts generating the oxygen instead of the methane and carbon dioxide and hydrogen sulfide and all that. So we are here to guide you, whether you want to get into the projects or you want to get into the product making of these, because bioenzyme has to get into our soil, air and water. If we have to save our future, if we have to bring in the change in our ecology, we must start using it, whether it's a farmer's level, industrial level or the domestic level, we are all here. Thank you.
Thank you. So I think we must conclude now. We have to go ahead with the next panel discussion. So here is the thing that we all have to be the conscious consumer. First of all, हम हर किसी को अपने घर को ही एक लैब बनाना होगा and help करनी होगी कि किस तरह से हम लोग अपने घर में ही ऐसे products को use करें जो waste को ना फैलाएं. Detergents की जगह, क्योंकि पहले भी जब डिटर्जेंट सोप नहीं थे, ठीक है, मॉस्किटो रिपेलेंट नहीं थे, तब भी जिंदगी बहुत आसान थी. सो डिटर्जेंट्स की जगह पे बायोएंजाइम्स हैं, रीठा है, सो मेनी अदर ऑप्शंस. जरूरत है तो उनको एक्सप्लोर करने की, नेचुरल मटेरियल्स को यूज करने की. सो अगर हम नेचुरल मटेरियल्स पर जाते हैं और नो टू प्लास्टिक, सिंगल यूज प्लास्टिक के लिए वी ऑलरेडी हैव द ऑप्शंस तो अगर हम लोग खुद अपने अंदर अपने घर में वो ऑप्शंस ढूंढेंगे तो हमें बहुत सी ऑप्शंस मिल जाएंगी। देखिए, व्हेन देयर इज अ डिमांड देयर इज अ प्रोडक्शन। अगर हम कॉन्शियस कंज्यूमर होकर डिमांड नहीं करेंगे तो वो प्रोडक्शन ऑटोमेटिकली बंद हो जाएगी। बिकॉज ये लंबी डिस्कशन होती है सो मेनी टाइम्स व्हेन वी आस्क पीपल दैट प्लीज डोंट यूज इट। आप नहीं जी, अगर प्लास्टिक मिल रहा है तो हम यूज करेंगे ही। देखिए, अगर आप यूज कर रहे हैं और मांग रहे हैं तो वो प्लास्टिक यूज होगा ही। टिश्यू पेपर अगर आप मांग रहे हैं तो वो आपको देगा ही, क्योंकि एवरीबडी इज कमर्शियल। आप रेस्टोरेंट में जा रहे हैं, वहां पे टिश्यू पेपर अगर आपको नहीं मिलता, वी विल से अरे यार ये रेस्टोरेंट अच्छा नहीं है। सो दे ऑल्सो नीड द कस्टमर्स। लेकिन अगर हम मना कर देंगे तो वो भी टिश्यू देना बंद कर देंगे। सो वी हैव टू बी कॉन्शियस कंज्यूमर। सो मार्केट जो है वैसे ही क्रिएट होती है जैसा कि हम डिमांड करते हैं। सो थैंक यू टू ऑल द पैनलिस्ट, प्रीति जी, समिता जी एंड डॉक्टर सुमन। Thank you so much for your time. Very soon we will be planning the independent sessions with you because ये जो 10 to 15 minutes का टाइम था वो बहुत ज्यादा नहीं है, बहुत ही कम टाइम है इन सब चीजों को डिस्कस करने के लिए। So these are the awareness. I hope our audience has also enjoyed. Very soon we will be planning the independent sessions. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you, Ekta.
so